Hello once again, my beautiful eaters and explorers. Today I'm taking you through what a day in quarantine was like in week 2 because I had a little bit more to do other than eat and watch TV. Be sure to check out week 1's quarantine video if you haven't already. My day would usually start around 5:30. Not only because I'm naturally an early riser, but because I was beginning training this week and wanted to fit a few things in before the sessions began. After I've had my morning sneeze, I prepare a cup of tea for breakfast and began my Japanese lessons on Duolingo. I like using Duolingo because they make a game out of learning and it's really fun for me. The company training did include some Japanese lessons, but they were, of course, specifically geared towards school and words relating to school. And since I plan on living in Japan for at least 5 years, I want a stronger grasp of the language outside of the class setting. They have different units that teach the basics, career phrases, and more, including how to talk about health or even fantasy topics. In addition to the different ways you can learn, you're also joining a community of like-minded language learners and can track your friends' progress and encourage them as they go. There are badges to collect, a leaderboard to compete in, and gyms to win. And power-up items to help keep you on track. They also recently added a feature with monthly challenges and a newsfeed where you can learn about new jobs, events, and activities being offered on the app. And for all my other instructors out there, there's also an option to take part in Duolingo lessons in your school, in your classrooms, to bring the fun to your students. I'm discussing that now with my teachers and my principal, and I will certainly let you know if we start using it and how it works out. During my first week of quarantine, I discovered that every morning there's a calisthenics program that will come on TV. At first, I thought it was kind of silly, and I definitely know I look silly doing it, but after trying it a few times, I really began to like it. They're nice, simple moves that get me out of bed and raise my energy in the morning, leading to an overall more productive day. My movements aren't the smoothest since I had limited space to work with in the hotel room. You can see just how limited by once again checking out the week 1 quarantine video. I also had to wait to see what the next exercise was because, of course, the program is in Japanese, and my Japanese listening skills are not the greatest yet. But it did give me a chance to listen to Japanese and get some word association. For example, I know migi means right and hidari means left. Some of you may notice that the moves I'm doing are different than the ones on the program that's displayed in the bottom corner. And that's because I had to film these clips on 2 separate days since your girl only has 1 camera to work with right now. After what was a surprisingly sweat-inducing workout, it was time to wash up and get dressed for the day. On my last full day at the hotel, since training started later in the day, I decided to go down to the restaurant for breakfast and see what they had to offer. It was a buffet-style eatery with plenty of seating that was, thankfully, pretty empty when I got there. I'm still a little shy to film out in public, so not having many people around really helped me out. They have cute pictures and some broken English phrases painted on the wall, and will play anything from pop to rap and R&B while you're eating. I had a feeling they switched it up for me though when I came in. If you are a vegan like me, your options aren't really great here. With only a few salad and fruit choices, miso soup, which I checked to make sure didn't have any fish, brown and white rice, house-made tofu, and a few veg sides, it's a pretty boring meal. I recommend staying away from the kimchi though. It literally tasted like garbage farts in my mouth. A moment you probably enjoyed if you were with me live on IG when I was eating it for the first time that day. My training days mainly consisted of staring at an assortment of other teachers while having a litany of rules, regulations, and acceptable behaviors drilled in. So, not that different from many other company trainings I've gone through, outside of being entirely online, of course. And because I'm a multitasking queen, if things got a bit too boring or didn't apply to me, check out the podcast for more details on that, I would do a little off-camera crochet to help pass the time. My favorite part of the day, of course, was lunchtime and post-training because I was allowed to step out of the hotel for a bit to get food and fresh air before shutting myself back into the hotel room. Japan obviously didn't have a super strict no human interaction policy, but there were measures that had to be taken for our safety. Of course, we had to wear a mask. We were only allowed to leave for food and necessities. And there were several location tracking and health check-in apps to make sure we weren't out for too long or in densely populated areas. And they would randomly video chat to make sure we were actually in the hotel and hadn't just left our phones there. You'll notice that due to the lack of tourism, the streets out here are a lot emptier than they usually are, which is great for social distancing, but not so great for business. This video was taken during a holiday weekend and, understandably, hardly anyone is out. It'll be nice to see shops and events opening back up once we've gotten all of these health issues under control. At the end of the day, I would usually round things off by working on some sort of creative project, like the podcast, crafting, or video editing. If you want to watch this video I'm editing here, you can click on the eye that just popped up in the corner of the screen. And if you're enjoying the videos I've been putting out, make sure to give this one a like and hit the bell when you subscribe so you'll know when a new video is posted. Until next time, be sure to stay safe out there, travelers. And as always, eat well and travel often. Alright, y'all, I am about to check out of my hotel room. I have finished packing. I'm just wrapping everything up. The room is empty. And next, I am off to my share house. I'm gonna go view my share house today and see what it's like. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.